about Bitcoin because a lot of people still don't quite know where it's at. And in terms of when I say where it's at, why we're even excited about Bitcoin and what it's all about. So I like to go to this website every week and have a look at what the market's doing. It gives me an overview of the cryptocurrency market. Now, for those of you who've been on these webinars more than once, you would have seen Bitcoin. When I first started doing these presentations, Bitcoin was, I believe, around $11,000, thereabouts, maybe even about $10,000. Okay, we're looking at Bitcoin being around $15,000 at this current time of the market, where we are, 9th of November. And so if you're seasoned pro, you know a bit more about crypto, you would have known Bitcoin at one point went up to $20,000. And now we're looking for it to maybe do that same move again. So there's a lot of different resources out there where you can do your own due diligence and everything else. And I like this site here. You know, this is a site like many other sites where they expected Bitcoin to double to 20,000. Of course, this was like beginning of June, and Bitcoin was around $10,000 at that time. Okay, so they're expecting it to hit 20,000. Now we're seeing more and more evidence of that now because of this, what we call this bull run. Yeah, where the market makes a move to the upside. That's where we're at right now. So it's definitely not too late to get positioned and get involved in crypto, especially with Bitcoin. And, you know, let's look at this market. There's over 7,600 different cryptocurrencies out there. And there may be, you know, there's a whole bunch more that may not be listed right now because they're in different phases, but over 7,500 different cryptos out there. All right. So again, like to look at Bitcoin. In the last week alone, Bitcoin grew by 13%. Now, most investments out there, you know, wherever you may have your money stored, whether it's if you're in North America, you may have a 401k, or if you're in the UK, you might have an ISA or a SIP or whatever, right? Most things just generally don't give you this kind of return. And so we love the cryptocurrency market. So I'm going to just look at, this is over the course of a week. Ethereum went up by 15%, Bitcoin went up by 13%. It doesn't always go up. We know the markets retrace and they also go back up like a stair step, you know, 2 steps up, 1 down, 2 steps up, 1 down kind of thing. So we're going to just have a quick look. I have no clue what may have happened in the last 24 hours in any industry. But in the last 24 hours, we had, again, this comes up a lot. This ocean protocol comes up a lot. Every week I look at the markets. This again grew by 11%. This other one here, CeeLo, don't know if it's anything to do with a singer. It grew again by 11%. And there's some other coins out there. So we're in a market, guys, where just by you knowing where you can put your money, you can grow it and do pretty well, right? So what we're going to be doing with the investment group that Rabu has identified is not only just sitting on the fact that Bitcoin may be on the ascent, because what's going to happen when Bitcoin is just maybe flat, or maybe Bitcoin may be going down in value. We still want our money to be going up. And so this, hence the investment group has been born. Lots of success stories in there. You'll see there's a private Facebook group. You can learn about what these guys are up to. And these aren't, like I say, these aren't just some Photoshop images, stock photos and stuff like that. You know, I may post something out there. Here are my posts. Any one of us, we're all part of this group. So we're going to post whatever results that we've received and worked for us, right? And again, if you're brand new to Bitcoin, I don't see anybody putting a 1 in the chat, so I think you guys are all seasoned pros. If you're not, there's a video here. Walk you through all the steps of how to get started with different wallets. You're going to know about Coinbase, you know, which again, it's not my favorite, but going to know about Coinbase, X coins, all different types, right? Cash App, how to use that with Bitcoin. Coin Mama, you know, if you want to go up to about $1 million worth of crypto, there's a wallet that will let you do it. Binance, if you want to go into exchanges. So there's all these different things here, which is all centered around the flagship Bitcoin and then some, right? So you can diversify your portfolio from there onwards. So what we're going to do, we're going to play a very short video here about what is Bitcoin in its essence. And this is from one of the companies that you're going to be learning about today as part of our investment portfolio. If it does play, we'll see. If it doesn't, I'm going to skip. Okay, looks like it's playing.
In recent years, the popularity of Bitcoin has surged forward, with governments, financial companies, and even credit cards partnering with Bitcoin-based companies. The global addition of digital money is gaining popularity and momentum. As regulators continue to integrate Bitcoin platforms, more traditional finance and investment companies such as Goldman Sachs and Fidelity are also getting involved. If you are new to Bitcoin yourself, acquiring a basic understanding of the benefits of Bitcoin would be a wise thing to learn. Here are a few key benefits that have captured the imagination of the financial marketplace and the general public alike. Bitcoin first became available to own and trade in 2009, which was not long after the global housing crisis hit during the fourth quarter of 2008. As a digital asset, Bitcoins are created through a process called mining. Their design allows for only a fixed number of Bitcoin to ever be created, so they will never devalue in the same way that paper money or fiat currency devalues from overprinting. This limited supply has created a meteoric rise in BTC value over the past decade, with 2009 prices for 1 BTC at 1 US cent and peaking at a high so far of just under 20,000 US dollars. This projected supply and demand gives Bitcoin a high store.
Okay, so the video is stuck. I'm going to move on from there. So you get the picture. Gives Bitcoin a very high store value. Okay, and so we're going to be looking at a group of companies basically that allows you to now tap in to this wide range of investments and you make money from it. Let's move on from there.
Many believe
okay,
it has surpassed
and so
gold.
This is the United Investors Group. A quick snapshot, and one that's going to be missing because we're going to be talking about another company in a second. But we're going to be talking about anything that's going to be very low risk, medium risk, to give you a high reward. And so the philosophy is that not just we want to create a couple of people that have done phenomenally well, but by over the next several years to have at least 100 millionaires out of this. Now, to be honest, just by holding Bitcoin, with Bitcoin being projected to be anywhere maybe from $500,000 over the next several years, probably not a massive task to become a millionaire through Bitcoin. Okay, you don't need to have a great deal amount for that to transpire. But we're going to show you how by you just doing very basic stuff to get started. And it's all about getting started, guys, how you can start projecting that figure yourself and even fast forward in your own success track record within the company. Just looking at where we're looking to head, everybody thinks it's expensive at the time we're in. When I was starting to tell people about Bitcoin back in 2015, people was then saying it was too expensive, right? They wish they bought it when it wasn't as high as it was. Okay, and now we're at 2020. People would have, wished they would have bought it when it was 7,000, and now they're waiting for it to go up to the next level. So it's all relative based on where you are. Okay, so the goal is just don't get left behind, right? Because it is planned to go to a much higher level. The less of anything, the more value it attracts. So we're in that situation right now. So anything I'm going to share with you guys is basically just it's a presentation, and it's me sharing some of my successes or some companies that have been successful for our members. But there's no guarantees, guys. Okay, we're not financial advisors. You need to do your own due diligence. We're just sharing information here. So the only thing I can guarantee you guys is death and taxes. Anything outside of that, I can't give no guarantee on. But by doing your due diligence, spreading out your risk, you can do really well from these programs. So we're going to talk about a company called CashFX. Is one of the companies that makes up this portfolio of companies where we're going to be presenting with you tonight. I'm not going to be sharing a video again because I think it's going to be sticking. So let me just move forward. Now, the Forex market is a market that I've got a lot of experience in. I would say I've been involved in from the time I first saw lots of guys trading on a dealing floor was when I was at a company called JP Morgan. when I was in my early 20s, before I had my gray hair, right, kind of fresh into the world of investment banking, I saw these guys and it just blew me away. I knew there was a lot of excitement, a lot of money that was being made on this floor. And we had to literally respond to these guys, make sure that their systems were operational, because I'm from a systems background. And so this industry, the equities market, and that was the dealing floor I was on, you know, it's about $190 billion. But if you look at the stock exchange, which is $20 billion, and even the futures market, which is $437 billion, it's nowhere close to what's made every day in the Forex market. And CashFX makes their money and makes money for you in the Forex market. It's actually over $5.3 trillion. It's over $6 trillion now. So especially since the lockdown, there's been more and more people looking, and say, I would say from this whole COVID thing, I've been looking for making money from home, joining Forex companies. And, you know, there's no shortage of Forex companies. You know, I've been trading on and off for over 10 years now. I've seen it. I've spent thousands on my education, and I've lost thousands from the market as well. All right. I'm doing a lot better these days, but I've you know, I've put and invested a lot of time. So I see companies charging really, you know, decent amounts of money. And so rightly so. It is an industry that a lot of people want to make money from. And most people who try and trade their own money end up losing it. So it makes sense if you can hand it to professionals to trade it for you whilst you're learning the ropes. This is where their e-learning comes in. They will give you access to education that will teach you how to, you know, to trade the markets. And it's just in this infancy, guys, what these guys are doing, what CashFX have got planned in terms of their education piece. It's not even started yet. Okay, so but they're going to get up and running, and more importantly, they're going to make your money work for you by them trading it on your behalf. So why do we like the Forex market? It's the most largest liquid market on the planet. Okay, historically proven to be recession proof. So, you know, we are in that midst right now. Yeah, the economies around the world, you know, they are crashing one way or the other, right? There's things that are happening, and a lot of it, you know, we don't have time to discuss on this webinar, whether it's forced on or whether it's just the sign of things happening. You need to take care of your financial future. And so leveraging the money you have within CashFX has been a very good thing. I've been involved with this company since June last year, and every Saturday, my friends, without fail, I have received my payment that I've pulled out from my wallet within this company without failure. Can't say that for a lot of brand new companies that start up that don't have a glitch or some sort of thing like that. This has been seamless, which is very rare. But the professional team behind it, these guys, they know what they're doing. They partnered with a company called the Conversion Pros, and they're using the software and the expertise of that company to make this a very smooth transition for people that are joining. Guys, if you're joining the call, please mute your lines. So these are the founders of the company. These guys, again, have done phenomenally well from cryptocurrency, and the software that's helped them make a lot of money, they're now utilizing that for us in the Forex market. How about that? They're based, you know, the company's based out in Panama. There will be an opportunity. In fact, because of COVID, there would have been an opportunity for people to have actually gone to Panama, meet them, and everything else. But obviously, the times we're in, we're not able to do that right now. But they're literally this today would have been the weekend that they had their launch. I was in Panama last year, literally around this time, to see the company, to meet these guys, to meet the traders, to find out if they're really saying what they're doing is for real, and it's for real. You know, so I'm very happy with that. And so I'm going to show you how you can get yourself started and positioned with CashFX. Anywhere from $300 all the way up to $100,000 is where you can get started. Okay, so you just join where you fit in, right? You can start for $300 and work your way up, $10 and work your way up, you know, upgrading yourself as you progress within the program. All right, so these guys are going to allow you to earn money on the passive side. You see on this right hand side, passive streams of income. So they have two different ways in which they earn money for for us. Okay, this side is in fact, this whole quadrant here has been coined by Robert Kiyosaki. Don't know if you guys have heard of him, read his books. I've got a chance to, see him speak in London. But many years ago, I came across a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Changed my thinking, especially the cash flow quadrant was on another level. And then, because generally most of us are taught how to just earn money in this one quadrant. Yeah, this exchanging our time for money. You do that and you keep doing that and you keep doing that until you can't physically do it no more. And so the goal is to, as an investment club, an investment strategy, is to put your money to work, make your money work harder for you than you are for the money, right? I like that. I like those, those odds. So in Cash FX, they give you an opportunity to make money passively from this side. And obviously, if you want to be more actively involved in that process, they'll give you an opportunity to do that as well. So we'll look at that and what that means. For their passive side, it's called the bear capital. For their active side, it's called the bull capital, where you're going to put some sweat equity. You might pick up the phone and reach to some people. Now's a great time. Most people are at home. So it's a great time to, reach out to somebody, see how they're doing first and foremost. And secondly, how they're managing financially, especially during this time. So they can have the ability to earn up to 2 times their money via the bear capital. They can also earn up to 2 times their money via the bull capital. The bull capital is just for you sharing it with one person. One person opens up you the ability to earn up to 2 times the money that you started with. Okay, so we're going to look at that in a bit more detail. So the bear capital works like this. You say you started with $1,000. Now you could start with $300 or $500 or 10,000, whatever it makes sense for you. As long as it's not money that's going to keep you, without food, or not pay for your light bill and stuff like that. So you're going to put your money in Cash FX. 70% of that will get traded for you on your behalf, okay, until it makes 2 times your money. And then once it's made you 2 times your money, that's it. The contract will no longer earn you any money. So what Cash FX have given everybody the ability to do is to upgrade their contract before it gets to that level. So it's nice to be able to make 2 times our money, but what I would say to you, what if you can make way more than that? What if you can make 10 times your money? You can do that. You can just upgrade from one level to another from the profits you make. Like with any business, you would want to reinvest back into your business. I hope you would anyway, to prolong the life of that business rather than being a very short-lived business. And therefore, if you wanted to share it with somebody, because now you've got some results and you're like, this is really good, I need to speak to somebody about this, and they come on board, guess what? They're going to pay you immediately. The company pays you a fast start. And this is fast, fast money. So we're talking about Cash FX being a company that's going to pay you, money consistently over the long term and everything. You can also earn very fast money, guys. Within 24 hours, having that money in your account and taking care of something you may need to take care of. That's the great thing about this. So 30% goes into what we call the academy and gives you the ability to earn up to 2 times your money again. So you've done it on the trading side. You can also do it on the bull side, the bull capital side, the bull side. You do it on the bull capital side. So now you've got 4 times ability to earn money within Cash FX. All right. So that's how you can maximize this. Now, what's their trading results been like? Anywhere from 5% to 15%. On average, all right. Right now, probably because of more the COVID situation, it's leaning more towards the 5%. I've seen it when it's been as high as 13%, but the software is designed to cut off when it hits 15%. So again, we're talking about a lot of money compared to anything else that I've ever seen outside of the norm. When I say the norm, I'm talking about what we're led to believe is the only way we can put our money to work, which is putting it into an ISA, put it into a bank and stuff like that. There's so many better ways of you expanding your money. All right. So this is what they will do for you Monday to Friday. And like I said, without fail, on a Saturday, that money I withdraw and it goes into my wallet. And it's been regular as clockwork every single week. That takes some work to do. You have to have a really good system, really good infrastructure to be able to do that. So this is another bit of money. Now, I kind of call this the free money section, because what they've done, CashFX have got multiple ways in which you can earn money. All right. So if you're a go-getter and you want to go and literally take it as a career, you can do that within CashFX. But if you're passive, you know, we're talking about investment strategies today with companies that allow you to earn passively, you can position yourself by just getting started. All right. And when you're in the company, what will happen is you'll get placed in what we call this forced matrix. It's 3 to the top and 10 levels down. And every position that somebody joins, whether they join via you, whether they join via the person that invited you, whether they through somebody else, right? As long as they land in the matrix underneath you, you're getting paid. Whenever they withdraw money, all right, check this out. Whenever they withdraw money, CashFX charges a fee, a 20% fee. That gets divided into this plan, also another couple of other plans. So they don't bank that money themselves. They pay it back to their members. This is the free money section, guys. So I know, you know, if you love free, I love freeness. This is freeness. And I'm telling you right now, this is probably my favorite part of my passive income that I get from CashFX. I mean, I've seen so many companies. I've been around the industry over 20 years, and I've seen so many, you know, hardworking people trying to earn enough residual income to allow them to have a lifestyle where they don't have to depend on a 9 to 5. And unfortunately, for most people, they don't get there. Okay, the dream of residual income, it just never actually happens. And here I'm seeing so many success stories. This one bonus alone is responsible for a lot of people having a lot of residual income from people they didn't even introduce into the company. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even refer them into the program, but yet they're getting paid on them week in, week out, whenever they withdraw money from their account. It's ingenious, guys. You know, it's absolutely ingenious. There's companies out there that are making a fortune from this fee, and they keep it, okay, because it's worth millions of dollars. They don't. They pay it out, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this one bonus, more so than all the other ones. So you get to you'll see why. You start off when somebody's withdrawing money on your level 1. You're going to get paid 3% of the fee that they get charged when they withdraw. All right, so that's 3%. Now, okay, we don't know how much they're going to withdraw from day one. One thing I do know from being involved with the company for over a year now, those same people, they're not on a $300 contract anymore. They're not on a $500 contract anymore. Their earnings are bigger in relation to the size of their contract. So now, instead of drawing out maybe $50, $100, they're drawing out over $1,000. My withdrawals are way bigger than when I started. It just makes sense, right? So this is organically grown, all right? As long as they remain in the company, as long as they still want to make money, you know, and they've still got a pulse, right? They're still going to be working the program. It makes no sense. There's no startup fees, all right? There's no monthly fees. You're just earning money from the trading, from this. And if you go, you know, if you go and share it with other people, you open up a whole different ball game of earnings. So 3% all the way down to 30% on your level 7. So this is why I'm telling everybody, and I'm applauding everybody, stick around. Yeah. I know there's lots of opportunities out there, tons of them, tons of amazing projects. But you're leaving money on the table if you do not get to level 7 in CashFX, in your matrix. Okay. 3 telling 3 gets you down to your level 7. All right. It's not just one, you know, you don't have to have the whole line filled with people. As long as one person lines that level and they withdraw their money, because guess what? Every week I withdraw, somebody's getting paid, and I'm glad that's happening, because when other people withdraw, I get paid. The other thing is, if you brought those people into the program, guess what? You're getting paid again when they upgrade. So as they upgrade, because they now needed that money, because to upgrade in CashFX, you have to withdraw the money out in order to put it back in to upgrade. Ingenious, guys, ingenious. Some companies would not be able to close their door for 30 days and survive. CashFX, by by, virtue of the fact that they've got trading taking place, they can stop all new signups for 30 days and the company will survive and thrive. This compensation model is very clever, guys. Very clever. So let's move on from here. If you want to be paid on the lower levels, so you start, the minimum is $300 to get started. Don't make the minimums your maximum. If you start and you've got people on your level 4 and your level 5, you're not going to get paid on them until you upgrade your contract. I was doing a lot of these webinars for the company when I first got started, and I didn't really realize the magnitude. And then one day it just hit me like a 2x4. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. I didn't really fully understand the comp plan. And then now it's like, this is another level, guys. So if you brought those same people in yourself, those personal referrals, you're also going to get a 10% match on whatever they get. So just like your payments on the matrix may have increased. Guess what? So is the people that you personally referred. Probably could be even way bigger than yourselves. You're still going to get a 10% match on whatever they do. So this is why I love this compensation plan. There's a lot more here, guys. I ain't got time to go through the whole presentation. These guys do daily webinars, Monday to Saturday. And for those of you who want to build a career here, the company is rewarding you for anywhere from an iPad to a Lamborghini, anywhere in between. People that I know are qualifying for Ferraris and Porsches and stuff like that. If fast cars ain't your thing, give it to me, I'll drive it. No, you could take the cash equivalent, right? So you don't have to go for that reward. If you don't like Rolexes, buy your own, take the money, it's up to you. But also like a gift as well. So something that you can think about. It says here, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. I've just shown you one really powerful one. And within that one, there's multiple ways you can get paid. You can get paid 7 different ways just within CashFX alone. So when I'm looking at the next phase, which is Auto BTC Builder, you're going to see even more opportunities to make money. Okay, so again, going to just rattle on, say that same mantra. We're not putting all our eggs in one basket in one company. We're going to diversify and position ourselves in all of the programs that we have exposure to. Now, one thing I love about Auto BTC, guys, especially for those of you who are brand new to crypto, brand new to investing, these guys have an education piece that you would want to pay for, just being blunt, you would want to pay for. The fact is you're buying a product, okay? Their product is education. CashFX, you're buying a product. Yeah, they're going to teach you how to trade. They're also going to trade on your behalf. So you're getting both of, same what we've got here, guys. We've got a product that will teach you about Bitcoin from the basics upwards. For you to get to a point where you can create and run your own ICO. Some of you, that may not mean anything, but it's like an IPO in the stock market world. An ICO is what we do in the crypto world. Okay, so imagine going from where you are, maybe not know much about crypto, and then now you're in a position just because of this one program where you know exactly how these ICOs work, what to look out for, and how to maximize it yourself. Some of that stuff you really can't put a price on, but we're going to put a price on you getting started with Auto BTC. This is the matrix structure, and this line here is really important. This is the pay line that's going to pay you and reward you as you progress within the company. Okay, and so this is really something I've seen done time and time again. But you know what? Just like CashFX has been around since like July of last year, this company's been around for 4 years. All right, so we're not looking like some, evaluating a new company, kicking the tires and stuff like that. Are they going to pay? Aren't they going to pay? These guys have been paying for 4 years. So I don't think there's going to be an issue of that. So every single position, guys, on what we call the bottom, the pay line, they pay you, right? 3, 4, and 5, they go to you. That's your money. So these first 3 positions, you could call them commission positions. This actually rhymes quite nice. Commission positions, right? And the 6th person, person at number 6, that will cycle you out. Okay, that 4th position basically cycles you out, and that's how it works. That's their compensation. So we looked at a matrix in CashFX. This matrix slightly different in the fact that it's going to cycle you out of the position of that and then open you up for another opportunity to keep earning over and over again. I love it. Absolutely love it. So by you, this is called a 2x2 matrix. By you sharing it with two and them sharing it with two, you're getting paid and cycled. What if you don't share with anyone? You can still get paid. Okay, so let's have a look at this in value. Now, it's based on the value of BTC, right? So let's just have a quick look here. 0.0056. I want to quickly look at what 0.0056. Let me just break up the PowerPoint real quick. And we're going to look at the market. Oh, cheesy grin. So 0.0056 BTC is $86. All right. But for the sake of this example, you know, we're gonna keep it at the, what's it called? The $70 bracket, right? So let me go back to the slide. It better not lose my position. It's lost my position. Oh, what a joke. Right, so I'm not gonna do that again. So we're gonna look at Auto BTC. Just close your eyes for 2 seconds as I fast forward. Do it the other way, but I'm not gonna. So again, this is a nice recap of why I'm not gonna do that again. And we're gonna look at Auto BTC once again. So 0.0056 is valued at $70. All right. In this example, we know Bitcoin fluctuates, goes up and down. So tomorrow, it may not be $86. It may be $90. If Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes slightly down, it could be less. But hey, let's just keep it easy. Keep the math simple. So this is what I just showed you earlier. Simple 2x2 follow me system. So that's you. And say Bob and Sue were people that you personally enrolled. They don't have to be, but for this example, let's say you personally enrolled. Any person that rolls there onwards, you know, and if you put in person number 3 is going to pay you. Person number 4 is going to pay you. Person number 5 is going to pay you. The same amount that you paid to start, you're going to end up making 3 times your money. How about that? You got started in Auto BTC, and some people have been positioned, they've got started, and even before they've had a chance to even share it with other people, they've started to receive some payments coming into their back office. Now, something ingenious happens with this. It's called a follow me system. Therefore, the people that are in this matrix ends up following you throughout the other matrices. I'm going to show you 7 different profit centers that you can earn from. And at some point, it could be simultaneously earning you. That number 7's come up again. Hey, did they say number 7 is completion? Hey, we won't go there. So we've got 3 people here paying you what you've got paid to join, and the 4th person cycles you out. So let's check this out in further detail. That opens up a brand new matrix for Bob and Sue to do the same and follow you, because they're going to have their 6, right? And they're going to have their, you know, their whereabouts, where they want to get their 6 from, whether they're going to personally introduce or what. That opens up another level on the feeder, and it gives you this chance to earn another $210. All right. So the first money that happens, what happens is this: you get placed in level 1. So you get upgraded into a level 1 matrix, which costs $210 to join. You see from this money here, boom, it opens you up for $210. How much did it start to cost you to join? $70. But yet you got into this matrix without any more money out of your own pocket. Okay. Now you've also got this working for you. All right. You got a second entry level into the feeder as well. You can't hear, Angela. Let me speak up a bit more. Let me know if anybody else is having trouble. You might need to adjust your set. Now, you're going to earn a total of $630 from these 3 people that are joined underneath you on your pay line. The moment they land on your pay line, whether you introduce them or somebody else, you're basically, your system's getting paid. Now, the goal is that you want to stick around, right? Let the system put you into the higher level for you. You're going to open up another level 1, which is great. Okay, after you get cycled out, you're going to earn up another level 1. You know, when this one pays out, that goes to you. The first time it cycles you out at that level, it's going to open you up into the next level. So you can keep upgrading all from that initial one time out of pocket. All right. And so this money that you've earned first time around opens you up for the level 2 payout. And then it's going to then cycle you out. And just, you're going to keep doing that. And so want to make sure you're clear here. The first time you do it, it moves you into a new level. okay, for the profits you made. The second time, that's your money to do with whatever you want, okay? Same thing that happens on level 1. It opens you up for another level here in level 2. It also opens you up in level 1. So you've got level 2 now working for you, level 1 working for you, and also your feeder level working for you. And now it's not so, it's not like $70 a person. You're now earning $630 a person when they land on your pay line. It looks a bit more healthy now. Okay. And when that finishes cycling, that's $1,890, guys. Let's just move it on a bit further. That opens you up for level 3, right? Same thing, guys. Now it's made it look a bit messy. Same thing. Opens you up for level 3. The money you make there, Bob and Sue, they're not leaving you. They're not stalking you. You want them, in this case, stalking is good. You want these guys to follow you, right? Totally following you. And then it's going to keep growing, guys, until you get to the point where you get to level 4. And then each person is worth $5,000 when they land in the same position. Same thing, guys. Same thing that you started out with on the $70. They're now following you. And now there's a bit more money than that. There's 5,600 and the $70. So a bit more money at your disposal. It opens you up for level 4 earnings. This is what you're going to end up earning, guys. All the way from that feeder level, all the way to level 6. Level 6, guys. To enter level 6 is $51,000. All right. Now you could technically start with 51,000 and 17,000 and total all that up. That's over 70. What's that? About $70,000. Would you want to do $70,000, or would you just like to start with 70? And that was what I want is $70 and then end up with 70,000. That kind of makes sense. I like those kind of maths. So if you figure all this out, this is just showing you the beginning, guys. Nowhere is this anywhere near the end. So if you ended up with $230,000, and to be honest, as I just showed you, we know 0.0056 is around $86. This figure is going to only increase when Bitcoin hits $20,000. All right, this figure will be looking, instead of 51,000 a person, you're probably looking like more like 70,000 a person. Okay, coming into your account. So this is nice to end up with 18 Bitcoin as a result of all of these levels getting paid out one time, guys, on these levels. What about when you've cycled more than once? Guys, if you start working this out, you probably won't sleep tonight. And you can get to a point where you can earn every hour within this program, okay? So the goal here, guys, is to learn about this cryptocurrency universe world, earn from it, and then share it with others, okay? And that's what we're doing. We're positioning people so that, A, they've got the education, but more importantly, on the back end, they can position themselves to make a ton of money from Auto BTC. So I like this very much. So let's just think about it. In closing here, $70, what can you do? Well, you can't actually take your family out anywhere because of the lockdown restrictions, but you could maybe order in some food, have a nice meal. Why not? Okay, you deserve it. Fill up your car, or start, with this one. And this one is going to pay you over and over. So makes sense to definitely do that. That will allow you to constantly fill up your car and to constantly take out your family. If you take $70 and turn that into some of the figures I just showed you, then that will be a very good use of your money. Okay, so guys, don't get left behind. This is absolutely a phenomenal company. I met the original CEO of the company 4 years, beginning of this year, who joined this company. He created this company 4 years ago, and so it was when he creates companies, he does a really good job, and so this is still working like clockwork. The other thing I like about this company is that because of this COVID situation, they put this kind of stimulus incentive out there where you can actually earn some additional money. So since I started back in August to today's date, they've had every month an opportunity where you can earn, at some points, half a Bitcoin. They've actually reduced it now, but it's like 0.2 of a Bitcoin, which is again still about $3,000, and all this kind of stuff downwards, for individuals who are just doing what they're going to do anyway. So they're giving you the opportunity to make even more money, all from that $70 outlay. So very good use of money. Lastly, on my portfolio of businesses is mortgage notes. Slightly different to what you've heard up to now. But these guys are in real estate, as they say in North America. And it's going to show you how you can position yourself to be in the shoes of a banker. Okay, we've been talking about that tonight. You being the bank, right? You actually making bank money. What does that look like? So these guys are going to show you without having to, knock anything down, tear down a wall, repaint a wall or anything like that, just by positioning yourself with mortgage notes. Now, these guys have got 17 years of experience. When you buy into this, you buy in them. Yeah, you're not buying like a course and good luck. You've invested your money, good luck. You're buying into them. They do a webinar. I did show last week. They've got a book. Yeah, they've got a book. If you want to sign up for the webinar, I've yet to get going on it, but again, quite something. You can earn passively from this. You can earn quite aggressive with this. It just depends what you want to get out of this, right? So again, I'm just going to end it on that note. This is a very good model for anyone to really make money from, if they want to start tapping into the real estate industry with these guys. Okay, so I think that was the last webinar they did. Don't know if there's another one this week. No, so that was the last, I think the last one they had. They have these classes that they start. There is a recording of that one. If anybody wants it, can get that to them and they can listen to the webinars. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be up at like 1 a.m. anyway to watch it. But they replay the webinar. But what they shared on the webinar is, how they've been able to leverage passively. Guys, you can do this, or you can step in the shoes of a banker and have people's money. What do banks do? They take your money, trade it, and then they give you a little bit at the end of the year, or whenever you think you want to get a little bit of extra interest, they give you that. So this is what these guys are doing. They're showing you how to position yourself in that way. So that's what they're about. Inside of the Facebook group, they did a Facebook Live, I think about 2 months ago now. They did a Facebook Live letting them know what you can be doing. So if you did sign up for their webinar, you do get access to, you can buy the book, you can get the audio book downloaded as well, and go to work with them if that's of what you want to do. But the one thing I'll leave you on, this last quote, by Warren Buffett, many hailed as the most successful investor out there. And if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, guys, you will be working hard. Well, nothing wrong with working hard, but you will be working until the day you die. It's all about working smart, putting your money to work, and getting your money off the table so that the risk is mitigated. All right, so guys, I'm done with tonight's webinar. Let me stop the recording here. Let me see. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a few minutes for a quick getting started for anybody who wants to get started.